Going straight into the best take, Felipe, your best take. And I'm gonna give this one. I think you hit the nail on the head right here. You really went at it. I think I can give it an A+. I agree 100% with you saying, Dak Prescott, if he wants that, that money, say he doesn't get paid this year, say he plays on the franchise, if he wants that money, he's got to perform up to the MVP odds that Vegas has given him going into the year, which is third, correct? He's third at the MVP odds
that's
behind Lamar Mahomes, obviously. But I 100% agree with you because, look, I get it. When it comes to paying guys, you got to judge a lot of things because you got the market value,
right.
You got wins, you got market value, you got wins, you got awards, you got statistics. There's individual, there's team, there's market. It's a lot to go into when you're arguing, hey, this guy deserves this. But to want record-breaking money or around there, I believe it is, because they offered him, I don't know what the guaranteed money was, but they offered him year by year. It was like $35 million.
Yeah,
34 and a half,
35 million, and he said no. Like that's shocking to me. But
that's what I'm saying. So now this is on you. If I'm Jerry, I get it. It's a franchise quarterback. But I've always used this argument.
There's levels to this shit.
There is. And Stephen Jones said this on a radio station. It was kind of weary because he said they're looking at all the analytics when it comes to paying this guy big money because there are statistics and evidence that if you pay this guy that much money, it eats into the cap, right. And it's not winning. It's not winning recipe. And Derek Carr had a good year in 2016, got paid. They haven't done shit. Matt Ryan got paid. Hasn't done shit in the last 4 years.
Yeah, even good quarterbacks
Matthew
like Russell
Stafford.
Like even good quarterbacks like Russell Wilson
went on a stretch.
Right.
He went on a stretch of not doing anything. You got Kirk Cousins. Sure, they sometimes win, but they're always better than what they end up being, or they always not fail. I want to say what's the word I'm looking for? They always underachieve.
Right.
I think the Vikings, they always have great rosters. Even Aaron Rodgers for their teams for a little bit. Even Drew Brees' teams for a little bit.
Oh, it's been shown time and time again, for sure.
When you get that money and you get that much money, it's on you to make everybody better. And we haven't seen Dak do that because for Dak, it seems like he needs the perfect. And I don't think he's not a bad quarterback, but I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think he is. I think he is what he is, which is above average, and he's a solid, manageable quarterback. But when you have to have the perfect O-line, you have to have the perfect receivers, you have to have the perfect running back, and you still want guess what? If you get paid $35 million, you don't get the perfect of those. You don't. Because guess what? You're eating into the cap. You're going to have to work with third-round draft picks, fourth-round draft picks. You're going to have to work with lower-level players than what you've worked with. And what he's been working with the last few years, the talent –
Top-notch talent.
Yeah, for sure. The talent, every year we go in saying it's Cowboys roster, it's Cowboys roster, it's Cowboys roster.
Every year.
So we have one playoff win. We went 8-8 last year. No business. I mean, I know our defense trash, but it's I get he threw 5,000 yards last year, but too much first half blunders from our teams of us getting down 10 points, of us getting down 13 points. And it's not all on him, it's the defense too. But guess what? When you get paid that much money, it becomes on you. It's just how it goes.
No, 100%. I don't know if he doesn't realize that, like, there's a salary cap.
Yeah.
Or if he doesn't realize the talent he has around him. Like you said, I mean, that's a great point. Even great quarterbacks who've gotten paid, their teams haven't performed up to.
You can't do it by yourself.
You can't do it by yourself. So at some point, and I know there's a lot of Cowboy hater out there, just like there's a lot of Cowboy love out there. But at the end of the day, wearing that star on your helmet, you are valued at a little bit higher price than you are for another team. Just like if you play for the Lakers, just like if you play for the New York Yankees. So that's another thing right there where it's, you got to understand that. And if I'm getting paid 35 with the Cowboys, it might be more than 38 with, another with Houston. Really, and you're in the same state, but it's a completely different ballgame. So put that into consideration. Put the talent he has around him in consideration. Look, the Cowboys put this team around you to help you be successful. And you think you're this good. Well, I could probably get 3/4 of the quarterback in the league. And what the Cowboys go 8-8 last year?
Yeah.
they're gonna go 8-8 at least with the team you just went 8-8 with.
Sure.
5,000 yards, I don't care. Jameis Winston led the league in yards last year, also led the league in interceptions. Look, man, this team around you is way too talented. If you want this team, you got to understand you can't have the same money as well. And you already couldn't perform with the team you have. So why are you asking for more money? It's like you got to be able to understand. Now, the fact that Vegas put him as the third best odds as winning MVP, that already says something, because last year we saw what Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson did. I think we all understood that they're going to be 1 and 2 going to this year. But Dak at third, what they're saying is, look, man, you're equipped with this team that can go out and really beat anybody if you guys live up to your expectations. Because we know a quarterback that doesn't win more than 9-10 games isn't going to win MVP. So they're expecting him to win more than 9-10 games. You better go out there and win more than 9-10 games. Not only that, but be one of the top 3 to 4 quarterbacks in the league. Because I'm not saying win MVP. I'm saying be in the race. Now, if you're in the race, then maybe you go out there and deserve your money. And then with the team that you're going to have around you after, that's a different story, because then you're not even going to be able to build the team after. So everything you brought up, that's next level. Right now, I'm just saying, can you perform with what you have right now? Because if you can't, then don't even think about the money. But if you can, then the money's going to be in consideration for sure.
No, 100%. 100%. These players, man, I get it, because I want these players, because they deserve, hey, go get that bread. Get as much as money you can get. Go get as much, because you're not playing sports forever for your whole life, right?
Right.
Go get as much money as you can. But at the same time, there's got to be in between, like, wanting to win and getting that money, because, man, like you even said, and like I said, man, just eats at so much cap. It eats at so much cap to where you're going to be playing with guys that you were not playing with in 2016 and 2019. It's not going to be the same. It's going to be a little worse. But yeah, like, it's just, you got to perform with, I know he didn't have a terrible year last year. Obviously, a lot of people think he had a great year. I don't think he had a great year.
He had a pretty good year.
Yeah. I just think a lot of those was us being down early in the first half, or in the first half. Part of that was on him. His statistically, his better game or his better time was after this first half. So you got to put 4 quarters together. It's football. It's not basketball. Because basketball, I could be down 15 3 quarters, and I hit that fourth quarter, and I just turn up and we can win.
Right.
Football's a little bit harder because you're dependent on a lot of people. But like you said, it's you got to, if you want that money, you got to be in. You don't have to win the MVP. You just got to be in that race. Because you know the difference between, hey, this guy's right there with them.
Right.
You know the difference if you're third. And like last year, I don't think he was third. He had the statistically great year, but he wasn't. I don't think he was third in the MVP race.
He started telling us towards the latter half of the season.
Exactly.
Right.
And you can't go, I think we had 1 win last year against winning teams.
That's it.
Against
Literally.
1-7, 1-8. And not all that is on him. I don't want to pin that all against him, because it's not. But there was first half struggles that pinned us, that brought us down late. And then you have to pick so much up in that second half. So I want to see him put 4 quarters together. I want to see him make others better. And I don't know if we've seen him make other players better yet. Because with this offense, I don't think our defense is going to be great, or the Cowboys defense is going to be great. But the offense, there's no excuse, man. You put 4 quarters together on offense. Hey, y'all want to go score 40? Go score 40. I'm sure y'all think y'all can. So they got to put this offense together. And there's no reason why they shouldn't be the best offense in the league. There's no reason why Dak shouldn't be in that MVP race if he is that good and if he does want that money.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I'm glad you brought up, players deserving to get paid. They do deserve to get paid. But at the end, but that's not the only question. I know some players are going to think more like, I'd rather have the bread than the legacy, right? Because the legacy is going to tell you to let me be and have the team that's going to put myself in the best position to win. But at some point as well, you got to understand that the better you perform, the more longevity you're going to have with that pay as well. So I can get paid a crazy 5-year deal right now. My team's not going to be able to be equipped with the best talent. I'm not going to be able to perform in the best way possible. And my lifespan might be that 5 years, maybe become a journeyman after that, a couple years after that. But if I'm able to consistently win, Tom Brady did that. We've seen Tom Brady take plenty of pay cuts in New England. That's gonna make your team become more talented, more equipped, and you're gonna get paid on a longer term. You're gonna your pay is gonna benefit from that at the end of the day, big picture.
your legacy also sets you up for life after.
And that as well. You're not even considering, exactly.
No.
You're not even considering off the field sponsorships. You're not even considering branding and everything else that comes with legacy.
All the broadcasting now, these companies are incorporated, they have no time to wait. Once they see a star or an NFL player retire, they're offering them that.
Right, absolutely.
They're saying, hey, we want you. Come on, Monday Night Football or CBS. So it sets you up for life after football with that legacy as well. And I think what you said is a good point. Legacy and money. That is a good point. What do you want? Right. And I'm sure you want both. But the Tom Brady thing, I mean, it was when he got later in his career. And but I mean, when you do those pay cuts, you get better people around you. And in football, you're dependent on other people. So it's just more. Yeah. You're going to win more. And it's what do you want more, that legacy or the money? And it's a fine line. I don't know. And players
right, and we know what Tom Brady chose, and we've seen 6 championships to go along with that. So, Dak, just keep in mind, man, this team you got around you. And not everybody has it.
We're going to year 5 now, so it's kind of a put up or shut up. Let's see what he does with this team.
You don't got that puppy excuse no more.
Oh no.